What's good, team? Right now I'm about to bring you guys a little discussion right now, and this discussion will be basically talking about 4 reasons you guys should be investing into Cosmos. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting out by saying the reason why I want to make this video is because, let's face the fact, the format is pretty much done until 2016. We got a few regionals here and there, and that's it. Cosmos are not doing as good as predicted, but that doesn't necessarily mean the deck won't be good come, let's say for example, Nationals 2016. So right now I made a big ass list and bringing down the 4 main reasons why you guys should play this deck, or invest into the deck rather if you're a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. If you're not a competitive player and you don't want to spend a lot of money, just click the video off right now, because this is mainly for people who wants to play meta and wants to invest into the best deck format. So starting off with number 4, current support. Despite the fact of Cosmos not doing as well as people would like them to do, the current support is really good. You have Dark Ship, which is unaffected by targeting effects. He replaces himself when he leaves the field. He comes to the field and pop a card, and he's good with cards like Trade, an example. 3,000 attack, I believe 2,000 defense if I'm wrong. Really powerful effect. You have the Forerunner, who is pretty much just a unaffected by everything type of card, well, unaffected by targeting effects rather, and he replaces himself. Then you have the Good Witch, Wicked Witch, Farm Girl, and etc. And you have Straw Man to finish up the lineup. The whole deck in general right now is pretty good support, and the deck honestly ain't that bad. It's just not doing as well because, let's face the fact, Pendulums are just running a format, and Pendulum deck is really fast and speedy. Cosmos is one of those decks, once it gets going, it don't stop, it just can OTK you really fast, versus Pendulums where they just like, okay, I make a Abyss Dweller, wipe your board, and GG no re, you're slowed down, now you're done. So my number 4 reason is current support that the deck has makes the deck just amazing right now, and I can see the deck getting future support. It's going to support it in the near future. Coming in at number 3, I have more sets. Now, despite the fact of us already knowing that we're going to have a lot more sets coming out just based around Pendulums and etc., we will get more Cosmos. And we already know when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh sets that every set ain't that great. You might get 1 or 2 cards out of a set that's decent, with the exceptions of example Breakers of Shadows coming out in January. That set's gonna be freaking amazing, but what about after Breakers of Shadows? What about the sets in the summertime? I'm pretty sure every set we're gonna get isn't gonna be at Breakers of Shadows, so what Konami can do, and this is what they did with Burning Abyss last year, they can look at the set, see, okay, this set is not gonna be a good seller for us, and invest more time into making good Cosmos cards, which will ultimately make the Cosmos cards a set seller, giving people more reason to buy into the set instead of just buying the 1 or 2 singles they need and call it a day, especially if they make things short printed like, for example, Cosmo Dark Destroyer. Coming in at number 3, I have the Star Wars movies. Now, face fact, Star Wars is one of the biggest franchise ever for anyone that's into geekdom and nerd kind of stuff. We all know about Star Wars, we all know what it is, or at least heard the name referenced before, even us outside of the nerdy world. And with Star Wars being a thing come next month in December, Cosmos is the perfect archetype for Konami to release because for one reason, everyone who quit Yu-Gi-Oh but are fans of Star Wars will have a reason to say, okay, let me look into this new Star Wars archetype. And I'm like, okay, I might want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh. For 2, the little kids going to see the Star Wars movie and be fans that also play Yu-Gi-Oh can invest into the Cosmos stuff. They want to be their Star Wars Yu-Gi-Oh kind of fusion archetype. So in general, Star Wars is making Cosmos, Star Wars being a thing again, makes Cosmos another set seller for Yu-Gi-Oh! And not to mention, in the Star Wars universe, right now Cosmos are only invested into the ships for some of the Star Wars universe. They did the Darth Maul parody, which is the Wicked Witch. Good Witch is pretty much a random Jedi, and Farm Girl is supposed to be Luke Skywalker. They still can invest into Darth Vader, they still can invest into Kylo Ren, which is the new villain for the new movie. And they still can invest into a lot more things in the Star Wars universe, like hashtag Yoda, for example. So there's tons of room for creativity for Konami to make new archetypes for future sets. And since this Cosmo archetype is mainly based around Star Wars, a little bit of Wizard of Oz, but mainly based around Star Wars, I can definitely see Star Wars getting, Cosmos getting a ton of new cards in the near future that matches the masters of Star Wars. Like Darth Maul was a really good card. Darth Maul was a really good Star Wars villain, which is what Wicked Witch is based off of. Wicked Witch is a good card. But imagine when they made the Yoda parody for Cosmos, when they make the Darth Vader parody for Cosmos. those cards are probably going to be insane and really expensive. So be on the lookout for those cards in the near future. I'm pretty sure, with Konami being a smart company they are, they will take advantage of the fact that Darth Vader, Yoda are some of the most iconic Star Wars characters, and it'll be dumb for Konami not to take advantage of that and put their own twist on them and put them into their card games, since they have an archetype based around that movie anyway. And last but not least, the number one reason why you guys should be investing into Kozmos right now is Konami will analyze the format. They did the same thing with Burning Abyss. As Konami released new Kozmos archetype support cards throughout the sets, they can look at the past format, the past ban list, and adjust accordingly to make their Kozmos archetype they're promoting a lot better than the current decks and the current meta. Great example, like I said, Burning Abyss. Everything in the deck floated. You had minimum outs to the deck, and even when you did have outs to the deck could abuse cards like Karma Cut, Raigeki Break, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, Black Luster Soldier, and just wreck people trying to counter their deck. Hell, the deck won Nationals 2015. Burning Abyss was just an insane deck all around. Like, yeah, some people argue Necros was the best deck, but I made a prediction around this time last year saying Burning Abyss would be the best deck. That's basically going based off the reason that the deck can use the best trap cards in the game. Once again, Wing Blast, Raigeki Break, Divine Wrath for free. So, not saying Kozmos can use the best traps in the game, but I'm saying is Konami could analyze the format and see, okay, pendulums are doing good. Not that we're not gonna sell pendulum stuff, but in order to promote something that's already have a popular franchise like Star Wars, let's just make Kozmos a little bit more broken and make the stuff short printed so people can buy more of our product. And even if they are buying singles from their secondhand market people, they're gonna have to buy cases from us. So I think it's just a good reason for Konami to invest into a analyzation type of mode and just look at the formats that we have and make Kozmos that can beat the formats. So right now the problem with Kozmos is that you resolve an Abyss Dweller and Raigeki on them, and pretty much they're not gonna say done, but they're pretty much kind of hard to come back, as a lot of people have stated. And the fact that they can be hit with destruction effects is the only reason why they're not winning every event, because they can be hit with targeted effects, but they can't be hit with destruction effects. So if they ever make a Kozmo card, let's say for example a trap card or a new field card that says your Kozmos can't be destroyed by card effects, so the Kozmo deck is just be broken in general. They can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed. What are you gonna do? So if you guys agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. We highly appreciate it just to hear your opinions and thoughts. And yes, if you're a new viewer to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. As I always say, I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and also do these videos because I truly believe in you guys helping me become a better player. Once again, Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace guys, and stay innovative. Deuces. You synchro summon, you special summon a Pendulum monster level 7 or lower from the extra deck into the field, which allows you to go into XYZ. Then they have the other